can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams.
Yeah. So every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you. Thought it wasn't super serious, but now it's too much. I got a disease, so at ease, let go with the clutch. You got the pedal to the metal and you're revving me up.
So slow down, I got a 2-car garage, or we can go and make sounds that...
Call you Dale, cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman in the fast car.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams. 2, 3, 4.
Heartbroken Houston, Texas, couldn't get off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel. Let me cook. I know that it's real. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A huge play there right off the bat. 56 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question, because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Buccaneers at 4-3, a game over 500. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
2nd and 6. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
2nd and 6. Now back to throw. And this is incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So on 4th down, on is Riley Dixon to punt for Tampa Bay. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. To throw is Dart. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the BUC's 42. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
To throw, Dart. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyrone Tracy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Open man is Ibuka. They'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Off the RPO, he completes it. They're going to be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
At the 41-yard line.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a 2nd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
He'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Smash, move it. Keep going, boys. Drop ball 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there for the Giants. 47 yards. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go now. 19 Cowboys.
They'll hand it to Tracy. He will push his way down to about the 14. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucs 14-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else.
60 Eagles. Go.
They'll go again with Tracy. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
In motion, Slayton. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get through. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jalen McMillan as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Second down in the yard. To throw now, Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Dart going to look to throw here. And he is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This still anyone's contest. A 2-point game as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. In motion, Slayton. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. Now he's loose at the 40.
And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 55 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On to give, it's Tracy.
And he stopped immediately there. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To the air, Dart.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards there, and a Buccaneer first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him in no gain.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
18 Cardinal.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing his dart. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
70, check.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and
touchdown. Booker from 3 yards out. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Giants 16. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Yaya Diaby. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Right back to Tracy. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go. Here's Dart. Catch made by Slayton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 7.
Now they'll shift things around.
1st down, Giants.
Here's Tracy. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. The Buccaneers 35-yard line.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the run is Tracy. Taken down at the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A gain of 4 brings up 4th down and 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger. Hurt.
Oh, how about this? They'll change it at the line. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go through with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the 24-yard line.
A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on 2nd down. Running the toss to Irvin. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So a new set of downs after a big mistake on special teams. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Bravo 80.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get it down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Dart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Throwing his Dart.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
16 yards. And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 of the 36-yard line.
From the gun, Dart.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Tampa Bay,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point.